Cool. So we're gonna pick some Roma tomatoes, and I'm also gonna show you guys the sauce that I make, which is amazing. It's gonna be so incredible. I wish you guys could smell it when I make it. But have most of my Romas in here with a few cherry tomatoes mixed in, and the Romas are really starting to turn red, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna pick them. I don't want to leave them on the vine too long. I know vine ripened is really good, but I don't want them to go bad, so I'd rather pick them a little bit early. So right here on the bottom I have them, and again, you can buy these at the grocery store. You go for it, and you make your own sauce. You can buy the jars, whatever, but you don't know where they're coming from or any pesticides. Right here is 100% organic. Barely even dug these up with the no dig method, and it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So just picking a couple, they're super easy. And there's always a question of like when to pick them. Just use your common sense. Don't overthink it, and that's always my theme, right? Just make it easy. And if they look like they're ready, they're ready. The nice thing about these tomatoes is you pick them, even if it's a little bit early, you just leave them right on the counter. They get ripened that way, and you can just use them. And my cinematographer agrees that like there's really no bad time. So I've already picked actually a couple pounds over there. I'm just gonna pick these for you, and let's go. We're gonna head down here and take a look at them, show you what I got. So right down here, I have 3 right here. I've actually been watching these just to watch them get that red. This is actually about the limit that I would let them go usually, but I wanted to do that for the video. So they are actually in amazing shape. You can see I have a lot of green ones still, but I'm gonna take just those 3. And I do want to point out something that's important, like this one seed, I think I counted up 25 Romas on there, and that's just from one little seed. So that's amazing for a home gardener, right? No commercial methods at all. So just picking them super easy. I mean, not much to it. Pick them right off. That right there should win a prize. That's absolutely beautiful. We get them all right off. Pick off a few more up here. And you can see this right here. So I'm not gonna make sauce with just 4 of them. That would be kind of a lot to do, but I could make a little pizza sauce or something like that. But these are absolutely beautiful. They don't even really need to be washed. I don't use any pesticides at all, or any spray of any kind. I don't know if my neighbors do, so maybe I will give them a little rinse, but that's about it. We're good? All right, so we harvested some Roma tomatoes actually over the past few days. We got about 35 to 40 or so, and I'm gonna say that's about 7 pounds roughly. And we're gonna go through the process of making amazing tomato sauce. So sorry to all the nanas in the world, but this is the absolute best tomato sauce ever. It's the best because this is how I and my film crew like it. And it's super duper easy. I've tried all sorts of different ways. I literally started making this back in March by seed. So I'm not going to sweeten this up with sugar. I'm not gonna put carrot, onion, peppers, anything in to sweeten this up. I'm just gonna let the tomatoes do the work. Later you'll see I'll use my garlic and oregano and basil that I grew, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. We're gonna have some tonight. I'm gonna can some more, and it's gonna be incredible. So I left a few here. I've actually taken care of most of the rest, but I wanted to show you just a really super easy process. So for the Romas, they washed and they've been sitting for a day or two. I like to let them sit on the counter for a day or two. They get even more red, just perfect. I do not let them go all the way on the vine. I just don't. Anyway, here you go. Just you're gonna slice off top end. That's what I do. That bottom end, and look at that. That is absolutely amazing. That is so good. There's all just flavor in there. And I'm just gonna keep my plate here. And as I go through, I've seen other people, you can do like an X pattern if you want. I don't know. I like just cutting the top and bottom off. Gonna take care of these. Go through them real quick. All right, amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my little mesh screen here. I'm just gonna put them all in, most of them in at least. I'm gonna come on over, put them in the boiling water. They really, because they're so ripe, it'll only take maybe 30 seconds or so. The more ripe, the faster the skin will start to come off. You'll see them start to peel pretty quick. It is an amazing thing to watch. Okay, so here we are. So you can see even how quickly, because they're so ripe, they started peeling already. I'm not going to touch them. Obviously, they're hot, but I have a bowl of coolish water. Take them out. Super easy. I can actually turn that off. Pull these out. And you can see the others that I did here. I did these first so they'd have plenty of time to cool. And I'll leave those. I'm going to bring these over to the counter and show you how easy. You can actually see all the peel there already. So let's come on back over. cookies, but I just use my little cooling rack there, the wire rack, just to keep them up off. You can see some water start to come out of these already. But I mean, it's so easy. You just got to peel the skin right off. That's how fast it goes. So keep this for your compost. This is your sauce, and that's it. You just go through. So it's worth noting here that, you know, I don't have a tomato press. We've just never really invested in one. Probably will at some point, because we are getting to the point where we're making quite a bit of sauce, and that would speed up the process, but we don't have one. And usually when I do this, I would make either enough for one meal, which for us is maybe about 8 to 10 tomatoes, or make enough to can or jar 20 jars at a time. So this is sort of like a medium amount for us, and it is a lot of prep work to only get a couple of jars, but we're gonna have some tonight. It's gonna be amazing. Get some helpers here. If you have kids, maybe they can certainly do this, learn how to make their own dinner, see where it comes from, where their food comes from. So all right, so we're back. So I went ahead and peeled all the skins off of these tomatoes. It looked like a lot, but it really just took me like 2 minutes, not even. Got all the peels off, and I have on my counter here just all the things I'm going to use, all the items in my tomato sauce. That's why I love it so much. So it's tomatoes that we grew, again, since March. This is Northern Premium Garlic. Started this back last October, so that's ours. Garlic, some fresh basil, some fresh oregano, and some good olive oil right here. That is it. I don't put any sweeteners in here, and that's why we love it so much. It is a different flavor. It's not for everyone, so if you need to, you can certainly add some things that'll sweeten it right up. But here we go. So first things first, I'm gonna come on over to my stove. Come on over to my stove. And we're gonna put this on, like a lowish medium heat. Add in, I don't know, a tablespoon or two of oil, depends on how many tomatoes you have. Get that in there. And then a little trick I do is always put the garlic in cold so it doesn't burn. Don't burn your garlic. If you've ever burned garlic, you know not to. It tastes disgusting and you ruin an entire batch. So you can put that in. We just really want to let it get a little bit warm and just make sure we stir that around just to sweat that out a little bit. And this is going to just make the flavor when you bite into this. It is just absolutely amazing. This is better than anything store-bought. So we like a certain type of tomato sauce that when we run out of our homegrown, we have to buy, and that's fine, but this is 1,000 times better, and it's better for us too. So no pesticides, no fake fertilizer, nothing like that. It's all amazing. So we're just gonna let this kind of warm up. All right, so we're gonna come back to our tomatoes while that's kind of just sweating out. You're good right there. So I have a bowl and I have some tomatoes. So I just wanted to point out that I cut some of these. Cut them right in half. I quartered the real big ones. Honestly, I've forgotten to do that a few times and it comes out fine. It just takes a little bit longer to cook. So I just wanted to show you, like, don't stress out about it. So I cut some are not. They're all gonna go in. They're all gonna be delicious. So once that gets up to temperature. All right, so we're back to the garlic and oil. It's really like, how do you know it's ready? First off, it's going to smell absolutely amazing. And that's how you know it's ready. So I'm gonna put some of the tomatoes in. They're gonna give a nice little sizzle. I'll put the cut ones in first, why not? So come right along here. Hear that? Oh, that's amazing. And that smells incredible, just unbelievable when you add that in. So don't add anything, no salt, no pepper, nothing right now. You don't need any of that stuff. And we're just gonna let this go. This is gonna take a good solid 20-30 minutes to break down. I'm gonna make sure I stir it. Don't let anything stick to the bottom, that's really important. I'm gonna cover it lightly, but I'm gonna be here actually enjoying a glass of wine with my camera crew. And we're just gonna let this go and kind of enjoy the whole process. We'll come back in a little bit. So I just wanted to show everyone after about 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes of simmering light boil on the stovetop, what it looks like on here, so you can kind of see starting to break down. That is just an amazing color. It smells incredible. This is how you get everybody out of their bedrooms to come downstairs and see what's cooking. And when the bread and mozzarella are ready, it's going to be just incredible. So I'm just going to kind of keep stirring it here. Even the ones that I didn't cut, those tomatoes, they're soft enough now. I can just kind of push my spatula right through them. So they're getting there. I'm going to say probably at least another 15, 20 minutes or so. But we'll see. We'll keep at it. And then I'll show you how we finish it off. So we happen, in this house, we happen to like it more chunky. And I'll show you how I finish that off in a little bit. All right, so this has been simmering for about 45 minutes. And I didn't really do much. I didn't blend this up or anything. I just want to show you how nice and thick it turned out. How the water kind of boiled off there. So this is a little thin for some people, but we love it this way. Actually, we really like the chunkiness. You can see the tomatoes and the garlic. And that's just what I like. We both like this. The tomatoes, when you bite into these, are amazing. You won't get this in any grocery store. And if you wanted to, you could easily just get a stick blender, which we have. You can blend this up. We'll actually thicken it up quite a bit, and that's how probably most people are used to it. You get it in the store, in the restaurant, or whatever. But I make it from scratch, so why not make it the way that we want? I will say here, we're almost at the end of it. I'm actually going to turn it off from the heat in just a couple minutes, but oregano, basil from the garden, I'm just going to drop it in there, stir it around. You know, I put the fresh herbs in at the end. If you had dried herbs, you can certainly put those in. Whatever you happen to have is good. Do not add salt, pepper, sugar, anything like that. You're taking away from the flavor of the tomato, which is what you've been growing. I've been growing, so I'm going to put that in. It's a lot of oregano. And I'm going to put in the basil, which is a lot of basil. Get that in there, get that stirred up. And then I will probably turn this heat off. Oh, it smells amazing. I will turn this heat off here in probably about 2 minutes. And we are then going to be eating. That is amazing. I wish everyone could smell what we can smell here. Awesome. So the sauce is ready. I just made some fresh bread. I put some mozzarella on top of it. It just came out of the oven. You can see it's steaming here. So this is how we like to enjoy it. Fresh is best, right? So come on over. I've been letting this just kind of sit and get happy. See how nice and thick that is? That is absolutely incredible. So I'm going to take a nice scoop. I don't know which scoop to take, but I'll take that one. And I just put this right over my bread. It is just outstanding. I can't wait. A little glass of wine. It's going to be amazing. Cool. Let me know if you liked it. Thank you.